Not all of the likes on our Instagram posts are created equal. Have you ever thought about the quality of the likes that you're getting as opposed to just the quantity? In this video, I'll talk about how I'm still using Instagram even though user interaction isn't as high as it could be, and why I consider my worst performing images some of my most valuable. Instagram is everyone's favourite punching bag right now, especially for photographers, now that Instagram is moving away from stills and towards video. I never really got the numerical results I was expecting from Instagram, but recently I started questioning my original goals and realised that they weren't all that useful. I remember the things I wanted when I set up my Instagram account. 1. Get lots of followers. 2. Get lots of likes. 3. Get emails from people who tell me I'm awesome and want to hire me. Funnily enough, number 3 was the only one that happened. And it wasn't because of the first two, because my growth was painfully slow. With hindsight, here are the goals that I should have set for myself. 1. Meet really interesting people. 2. Make a prolific number of photographs. And 3. Use Instagram as a spoke rather than a hub, because people passively see our work among thousands of others on Instagram, but they visit our websites and YouTube channels because they're specifically interested in us and our work. I post a couple of portraits every week on Instagram, and my feed is full of really cool people. Most of them I've met through Instagram. They include singers, songwriters, Olympic athletes, poets, entrepreneurs, artists, students, cheerleaders, dancers, and the list goes on. I can't imagine how I would have met so many brilliant people without Instagram. And because Instagram's a hungry beast, I even arranged sessions when I otherwise didn't have the motivation. More sessions meant more experience and expedited learning. So credit where credit's due. This social connection platform has connected me socially. So here's the crux of the dilemma of posting to Instagram. When someone double taps to like a picture, we don't know if it's because they like our photographic talent and the style of the photograph, or if it's because they're just really interested in the subject. For example, here's a picture of Picasso. Do I like this picture because it was taken by Arnold Newman, one of my heroes, or do I just like it because I like Picasso? Perhaps it doesn't matter who the photographer is. It's a tough one, but actually I do know the answer. It must be that I love Newman's work, because I had no idea who this dude in the picture was, and I still thought it was a great picture. In fact, I liked the picture so much, I wanted to find out more about who that person was. That's what a portrait should move you to do. It doesn't get better than that. Of course, a balance is needed. If you take a great picture of a great subject, then the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. My concern is when we rely solely on the subject and give ourselves more credit than we deserve. I looked at my most popular and least popular photographs that I posted on Instagram over the last year. Style variations aside, in general, the most popular pictures were of women and the least popular pictures were of men. The likes I get for pictures of men are often less than half those with women. If likes were an appreciation of my photographic skills, surely I'd get a similar number of likes for similarly styled photographs. And that's clearly not the case. So what do I do? If my goal was to get more likes and followers, then surely I should stop taking pictures of men, right? Well, yeah, if Instagram was the journey and the destination, but it's not. I'm not taking photographs exclusively for Instagram, it's just a tool. I'm taking them for the people in the pictures and myself. When a portrait makes someone look as awesome as they really are, that really matters to me. Likes cannot be the metric for a picture's quality. For a long time I thought the number of likes was the only metric that mattered, but then I dug a little deeper and here's what I found. Likes are given by two very different sets of people: core followers and general Instagram users. Actually, there's a cheeky third group, but I'll talk about that later. Here is one of my most liked posts this year. Looking through the likes list, there's a bunch of people I know and a bunch of people I don't know. I love getting likes and I love this picture, but you could have guessed that this would be a popular one even before it's posted. Now take a look at this. Pictures like this absolutely move me, they're fantastic, but it didn't get many likes. And was that surprising? Probably not. But then I look at the list of people who liked the image. The likes I do get on an unpopular photo, they're from my cheerleaders. All the Instagram conditioned people, they're filtered out. These are the people who like me and my photography, not just those with an impulsive or animal reaction to the subject. And when someone likes the photography, maybe then they'll start to look at the subject a bit deeper than they would have done otherwise. The picture was taken for a reason, and there's a story behind every face. I consider these my core interactions. These are the people that I follow. Often they're people I've met or interacted with on some level. They're the ones who would call me to find out more, and I treat these followers with respect. Core followers also like my popular pictures, along with the wider audience, so those are the pictures I'm often really happy with. It's when my core followers don't like an image when I consider it a failure. Perhaps it was an experimental image that didn't work, or a change of direction that didn't sit well. Perhaps I didn't pick the best picture from a series and the sitter didn't look as good as they could have, and that's on me. It's true for a picture with a lot of likes too. If my core followers aren't there, it's time to ask what went wrong. All that's left are the generic likes from the passing Instagram traffic. And that's all well and good, but I've come to realize they're not the people I'm trying to please. It's my core followers who mean the most. Another metric I've experienced recently to gauge how Instagrammy a picture is by how many spam bot comments I get within the first 20 minutes. It's like swatting away flies. Some of them add to the likes of an image too, so there's another category of likes that are completely useless. The pinnacle is getting a comment from a print-on-demand magazine asking for a submission. Guys, if I want to give dishonest credentials to people, I've got a printer. I can make my own. I'm getting some really useful data from my least liked images. Now, of course, I like likes and followers as much as the next guy. They feed my ego, and my ego needs feeding occasionally. But I hope you've seen the power of perceived failed images on Instagram. They're not failures if they're pleasing the people who matter the most. And that's the power of real connections on social media.